Hello everyone, hello, welcome to this update video for the channel. It's for September. I'm of course a Black Shadow. Plenty of much business to get through in this update, so I'll try and be as quick as I can. But before we get into anything on the channel, there is a certain piece of gaming news which I think I should probably be looking to address, and that regards Project Resistance. Now, if you guys are unaware here, this is one of the latest announcements courtesy of Capcom. Obviously, since the release of Resident Evil Remake 2 back at the start of the year, everyone's been very interested to see what their next direction was going to be, with both Resident Evil 8 as well as a potential remake of Resident Evil 3 on the horizon. But before any of that has been seemingly been announced, Project Resistance came up over only a couple of days ago, embarking on a new project. Apparently so. There's a teaser trailer over on September 9th. There's going to be some gameplay as well shown over at the TGS this year. Unfortunately, I'm in the wrong part of the world for that. There's not much I can do. There's been much speculation and consideration regarding of what this may or may not be about. And as far as our Discord server is concerned, there is some theories going about that I have been reading that maybe, just maybe, this could be like a revived version of Resident Evil Outbreak. There's very little information to go on at this point, so it's really hard to say. If that was the case, I would be beyond excited for that situation. That would be fucking amazing. But as such, I'll be keeping my eyes peeled very heavily around this date, and it's not impossible. I might even do a video on it. It's giving my thoughts and feelings of what I'm witnessing, because holy shit, if it's a 2019 version of Outbreak, oh my fucking god. Anyways, so that's that. For you to let you know if you aren't aware of that. If you do not know more, look it up. Project Resistance. Capcom do have their own little site here, which I'm sure will have more information over time. PS4, Xbox One, and Steam. Right, anyway, so as for the channel is concerned, there's not too much as far as local recording, so there's going to be a lot about what's going to be going over on Twitch in the next couple of months. It's going to be really busy over on Twitch. Lots and lots of series going to be coming up here. Mainly a lot of Resident Evil, as well as some horror stuff coming in as well. Stuff I'm very, very looking forward to and very excited to be recording. We'll quickly touch upon the local series that are going on at the moment on the channel. The main one, I suppose, now effectively is the Resident Evil 6 co-op stuff that we are doing along with CM3. By the time this video goes up, which is going to be tomorrow, which is Saturday, I'm going to be in London the whole day. But as I'm recording it, I'm about to put this up, so this video got up yesterday. Leon's campaign has just started. As always, me and Free are targeting to try and get 2 videos uploaded a week, roughly, for this, which we've been able to reasonably keep at. Chris's campaign was, in reflection, certainly a very fascinating one. A real embodiment of kind of where the series was kind of going and ended up leading to. I can't sit here and say that I think it was a bad campaign. I don't think it was a very Resident Evil campaign. I don't think it was a very survival horror campaign by any stretch of the imagination. But as far as just being like an entertaining campaign, and enjoying my time playing it, I have to say that largely I did. It was a case of just not taking things crazily seriously because the game wasn't really taking it, I wouldn't say that seriously. Should it not? That's a totally different discussion for another point. But at any rate, Leon has started. We've already recorded a reasonable amount of it, actually, and we should be endeavouring to try and get a couple of videos up for that per week. I wouldn't expect it to go any particular high in that, to be honest. That's kind of the guideline that we're working with. XCOM 2 has now finished as well. That ended about 2 or 3 weeks ago now with the finale. One of the damnedest series I've done for a long time, just in the amount of madness that occurred. I mean, by like this point, the game was looking over. That's why I did a straw poll at part 18, because I literally thought the game looked over, and quite a few people thought the game was over too, but we managed to rally, fight back really hard, and end up winning the game, which was great. And if you haven't seen this series, you probably should, for just some of the absolute insanity that did occur. It was good times. The new series at the moment that has only just started is State of Decay 2. This is a Patreon request courtesy of Shane. And so far, only a few videos in. I've quite enjoyed this, actually, so far. It's been tricky. the game does throw a lot of concepts and a lot of stuff at you at the start, which I think it could do. I think there is a slight pacing issue to this game. I think it could have like broke it down and segmented it a bit more. It is a bit in your face, and that's for me having played the original State of Decay 1. At least I've got a base with it. If someone's never played State of Decay or not played many video games before, I can imagine the way it kind of throws a lot of stuff at you could be a bit of a turn-off, but we're kind of seeing past it. The start of the game has not been great. That's my own fault because I haven't played it very well at all. So we are busy fighting, attempting to try and recover the situation and get things back. We're getting videos up for this, though, pretty quickly. It's hard to know how long a series this is going to be. I am still slightly pondering whether I will do a second series of this game, like as an attempted multiplayer. But it depends largely on how successful this series is on itself. So we'll see how that goes further down the line. Now it's over for Twitch, as I've mentioned. We're obviously streaming on it at the moment. There's a lot of changes currently going on at the moment, and there's a lot of stuff going on in regards to series that will be upcoming. September and October are usually pretty busy months for the channel as well. This is how things are going to be running over on Twitch, and I do certainly encourage everyone to watch and join along because there's a lot of stuff going on. Friday 13th, we've just finished Fallout 2 as well. That series is now finally over. I'll get to the tabletop simulator stuff first. We'll go with the Saturday stuff first, which I've been mentioning about. We're going to be focusing a lot of our streams for the next couple of months on mainly Saturdays and Sundays. The reason for this is just because of a convenience on my side. I had mentioned in, I think, a previous update that my Twitch schedule was going to change somewhat due to things outside of my initial control. There's a lot of stuff going on, and just simply my rota of stuff that I do in like evenings and that is simply changing. And as such, this is what we're going to be running with for the moment. We're going to be running mainly Saturdays, and this is going to be the case for like September and October to see how this goes. So September 7th, which is a week today, will be the return of the Resident Evil Random Remake Randomizer, which we first dabbled into back in January in the lead up for Resident Evil Remake. The following Saturday, we'll be doing the same for Randomizer, but for Resident Evil 2 for the PlayStation 1, there is a randomizer you can also get from the same site as well that I used for the Resident Evil Remake 1 randomizer, which I've tested and attempted to get it up and running, and that could be a lot of entertainment too. On the 21st, the following week, we're going to be running the other mod that I never actually played. If you guys remember back in January, we did a series on Resident Evil 2, The Origin of Species, which is kind of like an expanded version of Resident Evil 2. Kind of incorporating moments and elements of both the A and B game together, as well as some extra bits and pieces, some extra bits of lore. You know, it was a really, really cool and awesome series, although a pretty hard game. We're going to be taking on the Mortal Night mod for the game, which is regarded as even harder. I don't know very much about it. It certainly doesn't particularly follow the events of Leon and Claire very much, for that matter. It's more touching upon like the UBCS. There's some altered stuff going on. There's some various bits and pieces. There's probably going to be people watching the stream that know far more about the game than I do, which is fine. I accept that. And then on 28th and 29th, we have the Code Veronica X knife run. I will, before this point, spend some time on the game practicing because I'm going to need to. I think a bit of practice will help for this knife run, especially for a couple of specific instances I think could be really, really fucking hard. I have specifically kept Sunday 29th free because I suspect this stream will run into a second day. If I beat this on Saturday, fantastic. I don't expect to. I honestly think this could take 2 days. So that is simply... that is the case of that. But it should prove to be a fantastic stream. The knife streams are always entertaining. We did, obviously, Resident Evil 3, a live knife stream last year, which was really, really well enjoyed. A lot of people watched that. That was great entertainment. And it's really nice to bring back Code Veronica. It's a title that we've not touched on the channel since my only runs of the game. And you're going back, like, maybe 4, 5 years? It's been a long time since I did Code Veronica, folks. So we'll have to see how much of the game I actually physically remember. Saturday the 5th. My October dates are not yet fully complete. So Saturday, September is effectively a Resident Evil month as far as that is concerned. October is more of a Halloween-y sort of thing, obviously being that it's, the month of Halloween and probable inevitable strife in this country as we near the 31st of October. I won't get into that. Oh dear, sorry. The October dates are not yet fully complete. They are still under some construction. As I do have intention to do more streams than that. But Saturday, the 5th of October, there will be no stream. I do intend to stream on October 12th, but I don't yet know what game that's going to be. It's very possible I am looking at making a return for the Organ Trail. You guys might remember me doing some series on that about a year and a half ago, I think it was now, we touched upon that. Actually, no, it would be even longer than that. 2.5 years? Holy shit. I've had some people suggesting it'd be kind of cool to bring that back out, and I agree. And what I'm looking to do is I might well do a stream, and a streamer basically will do like an endless run of me playing the game. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave like our destinations, for example, that we go and choose, where we go, and perhaps some other bits and pieces as well. And I'm going to leave them up to total viewer choice. I'm going to try and get some kind of polling system up. I know Mix is a lot better for this than is Twitch. And it's very possible I might even go over to Mixer to do so. And do a one-off stream on there. We haven't used that for quite a while because it has an inbuilt poll functionality, which I don't think Twitch realistically has. But we're going to be using that effectively to have some of your interaction, because it's always cool to do that, and I'll try and think of any other ways I can do this. On the 19th, I have a very special request from Azumi, some of you guys might remember from the channel, for a game that he has very much been very keen for me to do as a series, and I've actually been keen to do as a series at some point as well, and we're going to be doing it live on stream, and that is I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. It is a PC adaptation of the book that was written by one Harlan Ellison. This is going back, like, this game was like original, like back on DOS sort of thing. Well, not DOS, but this is an old game, folks. Old classic, real gritty horror. And by gritty, I mean a malevolent being who is a really, really bad individual. It's a fantastic game, though, and it's a really good experience. So I'm very much looking forward to that. And then Saturday the 26th. You guys might have remembered that this was originally slated for Friday, October 25th. Of course, then I had forgotten that that's the actual release date for the Medieval remake, which, again, I do intend to do that game on release. So I'm going to shift the anniversary stream back a day to the 26th on the Saturday. And while this is not confirmed, we're going to be streaming a long time. Like, I might be streaming literally all day. Like, get up at, like, say, 8 o'clock, start streaming at 10 o'clock, and not finish streaming till, like, the next 10 o'clock. I intend to do a whole variety of games, some co-op stuff, I'm sure. We'll do, like, stories and Resident Evil bits and pieces like that. I'm yet to fully iron down my full intentions for what I want to do for this stream, but I just want it to be just a nice, chilled enjoyment of various bits and pieces we've done on the channel. There's bound to be some multiplayer stuff, because that's always the best, and just some chill things. And yes, I may well be streaming for 10/12 hours. That could be fun. Right, now, as for the multiplayer stuff, now, the multiplayer stuff was gonna have to change, because it had no choice. I physically couldn't do Tuesdays anymore. My Tuesdays in about 2 weeks are gone for doing that streaming. I was initially looking at doing Mondays, and it's possible I might well do Mondays, but I figured if we're already streaming on Saturdays, maybe I should just stream on Sundays as well and just fully occupy weekends. And so we're actually going to be starting this Sunday, i.e. tomorrow, with a game that has been very much on the fingertips of CM Froey, and that is Secret Hitler. And we'll be running this over on Tabletop Simulator. Secret Hitler is effectively a card game, one of those sort of like social bantery things. Effectively what it is a group of like players, anywhere from about 6 to about 10. Many of you, and the game itself takes place, is kind of set, if you will, like pre-World War II Germany, with the rise of fascism in the country, and most of the players take the part of liberals, And some of them are are secretly fascist, basically trying to instill their own government. And then one of the players is Hitler, but it's secret. The liberals don't know who they are. The Hitler doesn't know who anyone else is. If you're interested in the game as well, I would certainly suggest, and what he showed to me was the original series that was done by Total Biscuit, God rest his soul, that he did a little while ago now. CM3 introduced it to me. And I'm very interested in giving the game a go. We're going to be joined by many members of the Discord server. I have been very benevolent, and I have been gifting copies of Tabletop Simulator to many of the Discord server, and in particular the Patreons of the channel, because I want to join them in, and it's always nice to try and give back to my patrons who have done so much for this channel over the past 15 months or so. So it could be very busy. If any of you guys are interested in joining as well, and you have Tabletop Simulator on Steam, please by all means feel free to join. I say we want as many people playing this as we can. You know, the more players you've got for this, the better the game. It's as simple as that. So I am certainly encouraging everyone possible to join in. Please do. It should be a really entertaining stream on Sunday. Sunday 8th, there is no stream. I don't know, I put a time down, should have cut that out. We'll be returning for more Secret Hitler on the 15th, and I do intend to stream on the 22nd, but I don't know if it's going to be Secret Hitler or something else in Tabletop Simulator or something else entirely. I simply don't know. The 29th is being run over by Code Veronica. There will be more Tabletop probably on October 6th, and then again, the rest of October's calendar is not yet filled out. So, I will, again, get these updated as soon as I know kind of what I'm doing. The intention for October as well is I am looking to bring back Dead by Daylight for the channel, which we touched originally with Pete, Jen, and co. Back in May, June-ish, a few months ago. It's Halloween season. There's DLC coming out for Stranger Things for the game as well. It seems the perfect time to bring back Dead by Daylight for some streams. It should be great entertainment to see if we can get any more steamy Survivor teams moaning at me for playing the game. That was fun. So do keep an eye on this. This is always subject to a slight bit of change, but there is loads going on the channel, and I do encourage everyone possible to please get involved, especially with the Resident Evil stuff. These, of all the Resident Evil streams we've ever done, have always been really good, and ultimately all the streams we do are always better the more people that are watching and involved and be able to interact. As we saw when we did the remake randomizer stuff back in January, you know, they made the stream so much better. So I'd encourage everyone possible to join the streams if you can. If you physically can't make them, they will be going up on the YouTubes a few days afterwards or so. If you do need to also, of course, as always, to get in contact with me in the channel, you've obviously got the comment section below. I do try and respond to them as best I can, although I am still deeply suspicious of YouTube's comment system. You do have as well the Twitter sphere here at BlackShadow993. You can get me hold of me on Twitter for specific updates and whatchamacallits, for things when videos go out. You can get hold of me as well. There's various bits and pieces of news coming in as well. And a recommendation stuff as well, like Jen was doing some streaming on Tuesday as well, so I was passing that around, stuff like that. So you can feel free to get in contact with me via that way. You, of course, as well, if you do wish to get involved with perhaps series a bit more physically, you've always got the Patreon on the channel, much like Shane did, and you can feel free to make any contributions you guys can make. All of this, everything you spend goes back into the channel, and has completely renovated this this channel over 15 months. You know, I sat back last night. I was talking with someone, and just putting together everything that has changed in this channel. All the things I've been able to do for it since starting this up, and it's ridiculous. It really is. That the assistance and the help that you guys have provided over this time, the people that have done this have been nothing short of remarkable, and I simply wouldn't be doing some of the stuff that I am today if it wasn't for it. So you guys, I owe a lot of thanks to. That is for damn sure. Also, as far as communication is concerned, it would be remiss for me to not mention the Discord server for the channel, where you can get in contact with us as well. I'm there more often than not, as well as many other esteemed colleagues and folks. We got our thread for latest releases, our guide for setting up Resident Evil Outbreak. which may well be reviving, especially if September 9th we find out that's what the Capcom thing is to do with this. You better fucking believe this is going to be featuring on the channel. And of course, as your tradition with these update videos, a sample of some dad jokes. What have we got here? Without geometry, life is pointless. My boss told me to attach 2 pieces of wood together. He totally nailed it. God, I hate myself. So that's basically it for this one. So thank you very much for listening. As I say, I'll be in London over the course of the day, so I'll get back to doing some responses when I get back later tonight. But yeah, there is plenty on the horizon. The next couple of months on the channel is going to be very, very busy. I'm much looking forward to it. And it might be getting even busier still. God, I hope it's what I think it is. I don't even know. I don't even know. See you soon, guys.